it as.
I saw that. What I see right now is implosion.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not working.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? And in my opinion, you got to do tax reform. There's so many different ways you can go about doing tax reformation. Okay?
Yeah.
But you got to do a tax reformation in a manner to where you're promoting free enterprise and business upstarts.
Yeah.
You're promoting consumers to spend in sectors that you want them to. At minimum, I don't know. In my heart, I would like to just do a corporate tax and excise taxation, perfectly constitutional.
Right.
Abolish the income tax. I would just abolish the 16th Amendment, the 17th Amendment, add it my way.
Yeah.
And you do a baseline income thing.
Yeah.
You downsize a whole bunch of non-critical federal agencies and departments. You keep, national defense, DOD, intelligence, a lot of stuff that pertains to, you got powers. You got federal powers that states can't do with foreign affairs, international trade.
Yeah.
There's powers that be that the federal government has that the states cannot do. Okay?
I agree.
So when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm not talking about 86ing anything.
Right.
That the federal government is best poised to do over the states. But I think that a lot of the states can do a lot more than Washington, D.C. gives them credit for.
I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
I think the states can take over education. You don't have to hose over teachers.
Well, yeah, and let's just put it this way. The Department of Education has just turned into a left-wing communist vermin think tank anyway. And how much money would we save just by cutting it and leaving it to private industry in the States? I mean, just think of that. It would be astronomical, would it not?
Oh, yeah, it'd be tremendous savings. Probably education would increase.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers would probably end up getting paid more.
Yeah.
Of course, they'd have merit bearing per se. But,
yeah.
Even in a merit system, I don't see teachers getting run through like a factory worker or guys like us that are in the trades and so forth.
No, they wouldn't get the shaft at all.
How intricate their field is. There's a lot of psychology involved and special training that these teachers have and so forth that the average American isn't going to be able to do without the training that they have. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to, per se, as an individual bearing or basis, be anti-teacher. I'm not anti-teacher on a personal basis. I'm just anti-centralized control.
I agree. And I am too. I mean, I am sick of it. I'm sick of Obama and his wife regulating every aspect of our lives. Oh, you can't eat a hamburger.
I think some of these teachers could probably come up with better ideas than dang Washington, D.C. can. Parents and teachers.
Yeah, I think they could. And, what I'd like to do sometime is have a couple teachers on this show and see what kind of ideas they have. Because, I mean, seriously.
Well, they ever jog possibilities that are different from the status quo.
Yeah.
That's sometimes hard to get people to open up their minds a bit and explore and imagine a little bit of how, hey, if something isn't working, you don't have to keep doing it the same way.
No, I agree with you, Mike. I mean, that is the key of being an American, is being innovative and trying to figure out a better way of doing it. The European way,
back in the day, I don't know about today, but back, traditionally through our history, I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think that even applies to a little bit to today, even, because everybody's like, well, we could do this just a little bit better. Granted, everything's been tried once or twice before, but there's always 15 different ways to skin a cat, agree or disagree.
Sure, I could come up with a great idea today about a topic.
Yeah.
You could ponder about it, and next week, expand, subtract, evolve it over, and then bank a better idea right back at me.
Yeah. Yeah, and we could put our heads...
I've seen it before. I've done it in business. I've utilized good ideas that were my ideas
Mm-hmm.
and we've had people in a team present good ideas,
Yeah.
and if it made sense, we applied it.
Yeah. And just like
That's been done.
yeah, and just like anything
Now,
else.
if a small business can do that,
Yeah.
why can't our education system do that?
Well, I think it's because it's been overregulated, Mike. I mean,
Yes,
seriously.
there's too much centralized control.
Yeah. They're
You
not.
got people running. You got people walking around like, I mean, there's people. They got to know it. I mean,
Yeah.
but they're trying to run people like zombies out there.
Yeah.
As if their ideas don't matter or something.
I agree with you.
And anytime you do centralized control, where you got everything being ran out of D.C., that's what happens.
Yeah, it turns into a
The
nightmare.
bureaucracy, you get these power mongers that are on top, and they want to run it all.
Yeah. I agree. It's just turned
And then
into.
there might be people in their ranks below them with better ideas than they got.
I agree. I think it's just turned into a nightmare, Mike. I mean, that's, everybody's intimidated by this administration. They're afraid of Cass Sunstein. They're afraid of Obama. They're afraid of Michelle Obama. They're afraid of all of his czars. I mean, we did a show, 2 years ago? What was it? 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, something like that, where you and Jay were in the studio. And we were just making up czars because that's how outrageous it was. He had a czar for everything. He had a pencil czar.
He still does.
Yeah,
He still does. Now, look, there's hope on the horizon here. Okay.
Yeah.
People have been doing stuff out there.
Yeah.
They've been getting involved, taking impacts. Or
Yeah.
Making impacts rather.
Yeah.
And you saw the midterms, landed a large House swing change. State legislatures changed up all over the country.
Yeah.
Governor races were switched up like bonkers. And, I see a lot of signs right now, especially with the Senate races, of another tidal wave coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I know that they've upped the ante on the propaganda. They've got Fox to tone down. But Soros has got people, his money is influencing getting involved there.
Yeah.
And you get the liberal media ramping up their hogwash again. They don't talk in depth about issues. They just do the mindless sheeple.
Yeah.
Yell at them propaganda garbage like everyone's a brainwashed idiot out there.
Yeah. With
I don't think people are buying it. I don't think people are buying the unemployment rates that are falsified. They keep how they do the rules of how they count unemployment. Notice how they always talk about, more jobs were created, but they never mention how many jobs were lost while there was job creation.
Yeah, exactly. And
notice how that never happens?
Right. And the only person
because if you did that, then you would get an accurate depiction about how this economy is not improving.
Yeah, because if you sit there and you
I think we're so stupid that we can't figure stuff like that out at all.
Right. But if you sit there and you shut down every coal plant this side of the Mississippi because it's polluting the environment, and then you shut down all the wood shops and the guitar companies and stuff that spray certain types of lacquer or use certain types of wood or whatever, and then they sit there and they go, well, yeah, we're building solar panels and windmills, and that's creating jobs. I have to say bullshit on that. Would you agree or disagree? Mike, are you there?
You still there?
Yeah, I'm
still. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're...
Yeah. Yeah, are you there? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, I was just saying that they seem to spin all of these different things, whether it be the environment, whether it be, and they try to shut down the coal plants. They try to shut down all these businesses that are not environmentally friendly, and then they sit there and they go, well, it's no big deal. You got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. And then the unemployment rate just doesn't reflect what they're saying. Agree or disagree?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, I agree. There's a lot of falsehoods, manipulations, and the whole 9 yards, and just flat out, Goebbels style propaganda that you see. I mean,
Yeah.
MSLSD. Anytime I want to simulate the effects of being on drugs, I turn that station on for about 20 minutes. I get my buzz,
Oh, God.
and then, I flip it over to another channel.
Yeah, it makes you want to, yeah.
And I really feel wired afterwards. Like, wow, man, that guy was like, plugging his tongue in an electrical outlet or something, I mean, there's just stasis on there,
Yeah, exactly, like Chris
So, I
Matthews.
mean, it's great entertainment, and I support them being on the air. Now, their ratings are really low, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe most people don't want to simulate what it feels like being on drugs every day,
Yeah.
But obviously you got steady,
Yeah.
loyal viewers that want that buzz,
I agree, Mike. I mean, it's like, oh, man. Yeah, I mean, like Chris Matthews, I think he's the only one that'll urinate on a news set. Only one. Only one I've ever heard of. And then Keith Obermoron. And then Rachel Maddow, the lesbian fork-tongued queen from MSNBC. Where do they find these people, Mike? I mean, God, that's like them giving you and me a job on Fox News. I mean, we're kind of crazy. I mean, imagine them putting us on Fox News, dude, with a show on prime time. Could you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, those people go to school and they learn, body mannerisms and postures and inflection, and there's a lot of specialized training for what they do too. And that's not going to be, So by no means would, a guy like you or me. Well, maybe you've gone to school a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I went to film school. I could put on a good act. I mean, I
can respect the journalists when they're doing honest journalism.
Yeah, but if it's just
even when
drivel.
I was in high school, I did some journalism.
Yeah, but if it's
I know about the basics of what it is that they're supposed to do. You know?
Absolutely.
But some channels do it better than others. But you don't have any. And maybe right now is not the time frame for the country to have traditional journalism right now.
Yeah.
Where you're asking who, what, when, where, why, sometimes how. John Doe is conservative and he thinks this with equal airtime. You let him say his piece, and then Joe Blow from Pocomo is a liberal and he thinks that.
Yeah.
I don't really have an opinion. I'm just getting a dialogue kicked off with these two people.
Right.
You don't really have traditional journalism that way. You have ideologies being pushed. Even, what's so disgusting is even how PBS does it. I mean, everyone just drives an ideology for what the producer wants his ideology, his or her ideology to be.
Right.
And that's just how the rules are played right now. I don't even penalize Fox News Channel as much because they're the only ones that are conservative out there.
Pretty much, with
They're
the exception of like GBTV and some of the internet outlets. I mean, that's all you're
getting.
We
got some alternative media kicking up, but you got lefties and righties doing it. It's the World Wide Web. It's a free country.
Yeah. Yeah, until Obama shuts it down. Yeah.
There are experiments and so forth, and seeing what can jive and be profitable. You should check out Pajamas Television.
Pajamas
PJ
Television.
TV.
Yeah, I haven't.
Pajamas. I bought a subscription after they harassed me a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I get.
It's all right. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so I guess we'll give a shout out to them, man. Maybe they'll tune in to us. I don't know, and pirate some of our broadcasts. I mean, that'd be nice. Get syndicated with them. So, but anyway,
who knows?
I mean, anyway.
But maybe you should buy a subscription as well.
Yeah.
If you don't like the liberal media, buy some alternative media.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some different viewpoints out there.
Yes.
Jive facts off facts. Slants off
Absolutely.
slants.
Absolutely.